Un peso de 63 kilogramos. He weighed in at a ready 139 pounds. Con un récord de 45 victorias, 4 derrotas y un empate, tiene 32 victorias por knockout. His record includes 45 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, with 32 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the #2 super lightweight contender by the WBC. Here's tonight's challenger, the outstanding former 3-time world champion, presentando al retador número 2 en el mundo. Aquí está el Tigre, Tony the Tiger López. Y su rival, al campeón en la esquina roja, his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner on my right, wearing red trunks with gold trim, el hijo de la República Mexicana, representando Culiacán, Sinaloa. Pesando 63 kilos y 500 gramos, is weighed at an even 140 pounds. Con un sobresaliente récord de 92 victorias, una derrota y un empate, tiene 79 ganadas por knockout. His fantastic and outstanding record includes 92 victories, only 1 defeat, 1 draw, and 79 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the legendary 6-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, the current WBC super lightweight champion of the world. Demos la bienvenida al campeón, el gran campeón mexicano, el único, Julio César Chávez. Aquí está el referee Luis Carlos Guzmán.
Cuando yo diga break, paso 3 sin pegar. Suerte a los dos.
So here in Monterrey, Mexico, Julio César Chávez looking to defend his WBC super lightweight title against Tony the Tiger López. His first fight in Mexico, his 4th fight at 140. The first 2 destroyed his opponents. The 3rd against Haugen. He does have power at this weight. The 3rd man of the ring is Luis Carlos Guzman of Argentina. There's the bell. Round 1 scheduled for 12. Tony López wearing those long Archie Moore type trunks. Chávez in the red with the gold trim. We were informed prior to the broadcast, Chávez on 92-1-1 with 79 knockouts, not 91-1-1 with 78. The update provided to us by the Chávez camp, the mystery fight, Jose Medina. He fought him once in 81, allegedly once in 82, a TKO round 6. It was not credited previously.
He wants to get to that 100 fights quicker.
Indeed.
Not a thing unknown in boxing.
Chávez's trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, says Julio will look to box more. Bertie, I think that's what he told you.
Yeah, he thought that as long as he's coming in, he doesn't have to go search and look for a guy. He can go back to boxing. Emmanuel Stewart says, I was shocked at how good this guy can box. He's not always just punching, but I think when the chips get down, he'll return down to what he was. That's punching to the body and punching to the head with those left hooks.
We saw him do that against Frankie Randall, but Bobby probably more out of necessity.
I think it was out of desperation. I think he was getting beat at his own game, beat on the inside. He was getting out punched. He was getting hurt. And I think that he was forced to do that. And he did win a couple of rounds that way, but it was so out of character. It's the only time I've ever seen him do it. I don't think Julio César Chávez is at his best doing that. He's the epitome of a search and destroy fighter, dismantling his opponents round by round, stronger as the fight continues. And that's just not Chávez to box from the outside.
López told us yesterday he plans to start off by moving until it heats up. And as Bobby points out, Chávez a notoriously slow starter. López looking to take advantage of that. He feels that Chávez has slipped a bit. He will look to unload body shots, uppercuts. The crowd's obviously getting behind their idol, Julio César Chávez.
Yeah, he said he wants to work the body. He said you have to pay a price to do that. He said, but everything you have to pay a price for, and if the reward's worth the risk, he said you do it.
The chance of Chávez. You'll recall Taylor slowed Chávez with shots underneath. López feeling that Chávez's body is softening. but you do pay the price sometimes against Julio.
Very few people do go to his body because it is so costly.
Keep an eye out for Lopez's right hand. The right hand of Frankie Randall was effective against Chavez, who couldn't get out of the way of it. Lopez has a good right.
I don't think he's got the speed and accuracy of Frankie Randall. He's more a brawler, mauler, come in there punching all over the place. I don't think he's got the accuracy with the right hand that Frankie has to land it on as good a fighter as Julio César Chávez.
Interesting, Randall started fast. That was his game plan against Chavez, and Julio did not respond well to that.
Well, he forced Chavez into starting fast, which is not characteristic of the way he likes to do things. Lopez, on the other hand, likes to close faster.
Round one in the books.
Uneventful and boring round after all the action we've seen, but that's not unusual. Let's listen.
Once you stand out there, leave that head. You keep on moving that head, side to side, okay? You try to come over a couple of times with the right hand over the jab. You got out with perfectly, okay? That's why you keep that head down there. Shoulder up, bam, bam. Okay, you know what's going to work on this side? Left hook, right hand, okay? Bam, bam, okay? We got time, okay? Let's go. Okay, but okay. You're looking good. Very good.
In the middle of Spanish and Emmanuel Stewart's English, his little boy said, "You're hitting him good, Dad." That was it. That was 3 voices in there.
Round two. Now, historically, opponents of Chavez who go toe-to-toe usually find trouble, but Lopez told us, "Hey, I've done that my entire career. I'm not about to stop now." He said he'll play right to Chavez's strength.
It's very difficult to judge the first few rounds of a fight as to how it's going to go, because Chavez many times is just giving away the first couple of rounds as he watches, comes in and starts to solve in his mind what he has to do. So the first few rounds might not be totally indicative of what happens.
Almost always. I mean, even with easy fights, he just kind of whittles away those first 2 or 3 rounds looking for the openings he wants. And when he gets in gear, then it's a different fight.
Between these two fighters, there has been only one knockout. Lopez KO'd in '89 by John Molina. Chavez, of course, has never been knocked out. He was knocked down for the first time after 90 fights last January by Frankie Randall.
Some nice defensive maneuvering by Tony Lopez.
Tony's being very cool. He's boxing with a lot more concentration and a lot more steadiness than I've seen him before, because he usually comes in winging.
He's a real throwback to the fighters of old.
Yeah, he's the serious fighter. He wants to get in and mix it up like as does Chavez, but right now he's being smart. He's using a good stiff jab, not just a token jab. He's putting it in there.
And he's a throwback in the sense that he doesn't keep his hands up to catch punches. Instead, moves his head or body, then counters and usually makes his opponent pay when the opponent misses. Uses a lot of shoulder jukes and head feints. Nobody's landed, mid at 30. In round two.
Lopez said he's going to have to watch the double hook. He said that is Chavez's best weapon. Hook to the body, hook to the head.
Lopez has a powerful left hook. Solid and accurate right hand. Against Haugen, he was often leading with his right, not setting it up with the jab. Coming right in and doing it effectively. There's a right hand by Lopez, but doing no doubt right hand by Chavez.
More of a glancing blow, though. That didn't really connect all that solidly.
So things beginning to open up just a hair now.
Not much.
Not much. Just a bit. Keep in mind, Lopez historically susceptible to cuts. He sustained a wicked cut over the left eye against Haugen from a headbutt in round 8. He told us he usually cuts from punches, though, not headbutts. And we know from headbutts with Chavez and Randall. Now left hand. That managed to get through by Chavez. That one landed.
That was a good clean shot. You see Lopez shook it off. Not a real big deal. He's got a good chin. He's a durable guy. He's here for the duration.
Or as close to it as he can get.
That's true. He's here. He intends to go the distance.
And that is it for round 2.
And that might have opened the cut on his eye.
There is blood over the left eye
That punch.
of Lopez.
the last punch came right at the bell, and it opened that pop, that eye that opened with Haugen. I thought that thing was too deep to not open, but that was almost like by accident.
Right on cue, Ferdy, as we were talking about it in the final seconds of the round.
Oh. We can't quite see in there, and we did see the blood spurt out, and they're working on it, obviously. But that's going to be the problem that Tony faces.
It's like a seepage.
Let's take a look at it and do a little detective work. He's not cut up to this point, and when the bell rings, there's the shot, and the bell has just rung. And look at the red. Look at the red there.
Nice show of sportsmanship, but I'll tell you, that's a bad eye.
Yeah, because I don't think he even felt it open. You know, that was a bad cut when he was fighting Haugen. That was like 6 months ago. Not enough. When you're in with Chavez, Chavez is going to pop that eye open. That's what I thought. This would go to the middle rounds and probably stop with a cut.
So that was round 8 in the Haugen fight. This happening on the last punch of round 2.
And Tony's got the message. He says, uh-oh, if that's going to be the case, let me get started now.
Good right hand he landed on the corner of Chavez's chin.
Keep your punches up, says the referee Luis Carlos Guzman to Lopez. Lopez with the left jab and a right hand, but a glancing blow by Chavez. Lopez, the challenger, 45-4-1 with 32 knockouts, 3-time world champion. Chavez now 92-1-1 with 79 KOs. WBC super lightweight champion. Going to the body now is Julio César Chávez. Not having much effect on Lopez. It goes to the head. Maseca, that is a flower company sponsoring Julio César Chávez. That's what it says on his trunks. And how about Lopez's trunks? He's a walking advertisement for Sacramento Cable. Oh, right hand by Lopez.
Nice right hand. That not only got Chavez's attention, it bothered him a little bit.
Midway through the third.
And if he makes him mad enough, this is going to start to heat up for a real fight here pretty soon. Right now, Tony López is doing all the fighting, as if he's gotten the message. He better get started. He's got a cut already. Better get started.
That one missed. Good lefts. Doubling up. Chavez again.
Chavez using a little bit better jab today than he has in the past.
He's boxing him with a great deal of coldness. I mean, there's no fire in here. He's just boxing. That's almost what Emmanuel Stewart said he was going to do. I mean, at the beginning.
Cold is the operative word.
Yes,
outside the ring. It is cold.
He picked a good night to box cold.
Very fitting. That's a miss by Chavez over the top. It is in the 40s right now. I'd say the mid-40s.
It is cold.
Let's see. Little uppercut there by Lopez sneaking through. Lopez pressing the attack. Moving Chavez back into Lopez's corner. There's a right hand, though, by Chavez in the process. And lefts by Chavez.
Nice counter right by Lopez there coming out. See, Chavez is so deceiving on the inside. He lets all those punches slip off his gloves and his shoulders, and he doesn't get hit clean.
And no blood from the left eye.